I have a question, and I have a question for you. Guys, if there was a genie that could grant you any wish at all, but just one wish, what would that wish look like? A Lambo? Where's my Lambo? A mansion? A hot, slick bod like John Schnabel?
Like that would happen.
You would probably wish for an infinity wishes. Am I right? Like a million bazillion wishes of kind of like that kid show. What was that called? What was that called? Very Odd Parents. Oh yes.
Vicky Icky.
I remember that one. That was a good show. But here's a question for you. What would the alternative be of asking for a million wishes? What skill or subject would that be? I think it would be learning how to learn. And that's because if you can learn how to learn, you can grant all the wishes to come true. You don't believe me? Well, I'll go on with my life, living this great life that I have, and you live yours, wondering and wishing. Guys, this does apply for everything in your life. You can apply this towards money. You can apply this towards marketing. You can apply this towards management. You can apply this to learning a new language. You can apply this to music, martial arts, anything and everything, even a hot, sweet bod like John Schnabel. You could have it all by granting your own wishes that you always wanted. Everything in your life gets easier by learning how to learn is one of the most important skills to obtain. To apply it to something like upgrading your brain like you would upgrade your phone. Because here's the thing, it's not how smart you are, it is how smart you are. You following me on this? Think of it this way. Your life is like an egg, that if an egg is broken on an outside force, life ends. But if it's broken on an inside force, life begins. Great things begin on the inside, and you have greatness inside of you. You have genius inside of you. Whether whatever people think of you, you do, trust me. So in other terms, to upgrade your methods, rituals, and habits in times of crisis or turbulent seasons of your life, you do not want to downgrade your dreams to meet your current situation. What you want to do is upgrade your capabilities, your methods, your skills to meet your dreams, to meet your destiny if you desire to. And the challenge is, when's the last time you upgraded your skill? Ask yourself this. And I think there's one skill to master in this crazy world that we live in, especially today, is the ability to learn, to keep up with the challenges that arise by learning what you need to learn.
But John, I have no idea what you're talking about. What are you even doing? We aren't like you. That's already achieved everything, blah, 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 blah.
Guys, what's the secret in how to achieve greatness? People probably always ask themselves, including myself, because I'm still in the beginning stages of going after what I want as well. And here's the thing. It's about taking small steps towards the thing you want most in this world. You really do have to be honest with yourself on what do you want to obtain in this lifetime. So here's how you get started. It is by small, simple steps. Just like a toddler who learns how to crawl, who learns how to walk, and then starts running. So you need to ask yourself this question. What is the smallest action I could do today that will allow me the progress towards this goal, fantasy, or desire where I cannot fail? What is the smallest action I could take that allows me to progress towards this goal where I cannot fail because it requires very to little, no effort or energy to do it? That's what you need to start asking yourself every single day. If you want X, whatever X is for you, what is the littlest thing it is? If you want to start running and being fit, maybe just putting on gym shoes and just walking fast. Or, hey, I want to start eating better, then maybe just start getting rid of some of the junk in your food. Or, hey, I want to start saving $500 a month. All right, go through your bank account and start getting rid of all the shit that you actually don't need and you start saving. This applies for everything. You just need to start asking yourself, what do you want? And then start taking the little steps towards that thing. I didn't get to where I am today by just showing up and being here. It's taken me literally almost 9 years to get to this point of my life. And everybody thinks it's an overnight success, but it wasn't. Lots of things I had to do to get to this point. Or remember this saying, yard by yard, it's not too hard, but inch by inch, it's a cinch. That's the goal. Break it down into steps. But let's continue. Another thing to remind yourself is it doesn't matter how many videos, podcasts, programs, or whatever you do, none of it will work for you unless you start work. So knowledge is potential power, guys. It becomes power when you want it to become powerful. When you start putting it into action, that's the real key here. You have to take massive actions on the things that you learn. Everything is obtainable if you are willing to put in the fucking work. When some people think about Limitless, they think about the movie with Bradley Cooper, where Bradley Cooper goes from zero to hero by taking a magical pill. And when he takes that pill, he has incredible memory, incredible focus, and he can learn languages, he writes his book, and he starts trading the stock market to make millions. But what happens to Bradley is after that pill wears off, he loses all his motivation and focus. So what's the key to sustain motivation? If we don't have magical pills like Bradley Cooper in that movie, what could we do? I guess the question that we should ask ourselves is, if there is not a magical pill out there to help us, then what is it that will help us to motivate on taking action? Now, I think a lot of people, they think motivation is getting hyped up.
Like a crazy person. I'm pumped, let's go!
They think that by going to an event or taking a class or doing something with other people to help them get hyped up. But I think the evidence of that for you to be motivated is that you do something. You could say you're motivated, you could feel like you're motivated, but if you're not acting, working out, reading, or doing the things you need to do, then you are not really motivated. Are you? So what is limitation to obtain a limitless mindset and life? To obtain whatever you want. So I guess we would have to look into the framework of the mindset, motivation, and methods. The mindset crosses over with motivation. You have something called inspiration, where the mindset is a motivated mix between the two. You have inspiration and motivation. When the mindset crosses over with the methods that you taught yourself, you believe it's possible and you know what to do. It only stays the idea because the lack of what? The motivation, and where the motivation crosses over to these methods. So you're motivated and you know what to do, the methods that you have to do to get to what you want, you have the inspiration as well, but you could still be stuck in that box. And that's because you're only going to be able to achieve what you believe is possible, what you believe you are capable of, what you believe you deserve. You see, guys, you just were not taught. If anything, you were taught a lie. You were taught a limit. A lie is a limited idea entertained. That's what a lie stands for. A limited idea that you're entertained. It's not necessarily true. For example, having a hard time remembering names of people, it could be easily to say, oh, I'm too old, or I'm too stupid, or I have a horrible memory. Remember, your brain is like a supercomputer, and your self-talk is programmed to run it. So if you tell yourself you're not good at remembering names, you will not remember the name of the next person you meet because you've programmed your supercomputer not to. For a limitless mindset and a limitless life, you need to be able to upgrade your mindset. And where it starts is your self-talk. When you have that negative self-talk, your mind is always monitoring your self-talk. So you want to keep it positive always. And the best way of doing that is to be self-aware. Notice that your inner voice, and when you say something negative like, oh, I don't have a great memory, then just add a little word like yet into it. I don't have a great memory yet. And it opens the possibility that one day it might be for you. So that's one step closer to upgrade the mindset by just adding that one word into it. Self-talk is so important on reprogramming your mind on what you want to do. Going personal in my own life, I am so at fault for this. I was told as a kid why I failed high school that I would be lucky to hold a job at McDonald's. I have been belittled and spoken to negatively all my life until the day I finally woke the fuck up. And I said enough is enough. I started reading books that interested me, not what society wanted me to learn, but what did I want to learn. I started reading books about business, about money, and self-help and development for myself and being the best version I could be for myself, my family, and my community. I wanted to become a champion. I wanted to write a story I wanted to be my own hero in the movie I was watching. I've been super duper hard on myself over the years that I have been beating my craft to obtain the success that I have now. I pushed myself higher and higher because I knew I was capable of doing it. And I am so glad I did, because I can pat myself on the back because I did not give up. And that is one of the keys here, guys, is not giving up on yourself, your ideas, your visions, and really being grounded in who you are and your why in life on what you're trying to do. If you don't have your why, you will forget why you're even doing it. I want to leave you with this though. Life is limitless. Everything is obtainable in your life. The only one to stop you from thinking that is you. No one's speaking over your life but you. You control it. You obtain what you want. You dictate where you go. It's you. Stop relying on everyone else. You are the master of your universe, and you are destined for greatness. Guys, it's been real, it's been honest, and I appreciate you always if you have been watching this far. If you're on Spotify as well, guys, please leave me a review of what you thought about this episode or my other episodes. Guys, if you're on YouTube, please give me a thumbs up for the video because it means the world to me and the channel. And always make sure to subscribe or follow wherever you are to keep up to date with us. Guys, it's been real, it's been honest, and I truly do appreciate you if you've been watching this far. Guys, thank you, and I will see you tomorrow.